at the rhythm of the sun. Well, I was wide awake until the dawn upon her face, and the echoes of our song as it hummed along. So stay with me, you are my missing pieces. Oh, you are my missing pieces. You are my missing pieces. So won't you stay with me?
Thank
Hello.
God it's Filipino Friday, the land where everyone can sing.
That's good.
That's all I got. We're gonna keep building.
Still sounds like Yankee Doodle Dandy, but that's okay.
It's so not Filipino based, but we love you coming from the
Yes.
American perspective. Good morning, everyone. TGIFF. The chat is
day.
alive and well. It's a wonderful day. Absolutely. Good morning, everyone. I did post the chat rules. We'll see how well they are adhered to today.
I'm guessing 85% today.
Bridget will be here. If she's not already, she'll help us out with that as well, with the polls and everything. If you are new to this podcast, basically, I'm Richard, and that is Johnny.
Basically, I'm Johnny.
And basically, you're all awesome for being here. We're
Yes,
going
I
to
have a
check
collar
out.
today. Yes, I do. And
Ooh,
if you're all lucky, I will flip it up like this.
so 80s.
Like the Fonz.
Yes. Hey. Today on the show, we are checking out Julianne San Jose, who we got to hear last week in Queendom, in just like snippets of her voice. Beautiful. So we're excited to kind of solo her a little bit more. We're going to start off with a song called Your Song. I don't think that's Elton John, though. I think it's a different one. It might be.
Yep.
That's a great song. Franz Rhythm, which is a family band, a dad and his daughters, which is super cool. And we're starting off with the song Chiquitita.
Chiquitita.
I don't... Is that an actual song?
Chiquitita.
Like that you know? Or are you making that
Yeah,
up?
I just made it up.
you could have fooled me on that one. And Rachelle and Go, who we saw sing with Leia a few weeks ago. So more of the musical theater realm, which I'm very excited about. And we're going to have a bonus video today as well. And of course, you will all be able to vote on the second choice of song for each of those featured artists. And there's something else. What was it? I don't know.
That's the name of an ABBA song? ABBA?
The Chiquitita or the Your Song one? Chiquitita. Chiquit. I don't know. We'll get there.
Okay.
Yes, but before we do,
Yes, please, if you would, please hit like and subscribe and ring that bell.
ching!
That's dynamics, Richard. Do you like my dynamics?
Yes, your dang
Yes.
dynamics. I did. Also, please be sure to check out the link below in the description where you can buy us a coffee. Help support this page so we continue to grow. And you can even become a silver, gold, or diamond Thronely member, which I want to talk about real quick because on Monday we have our very first Thronely's Only event. And that is where all of our members, if you are a silver, gold, or diamond Thronely member, you're going to get we'll email you a private link to watch us react to 5 songs that were selected by our diamond members, or you all voted on, all the supporters voted on. And it's a private event, so only you will be in the chat, so that'll be a lot of fun. We'll be interacting with you. And then everybody, even if you're not a member, will be able to watch the replay of it next Thursday. So if you're not a member, not a big deal. We want you to be a part of it, but obviously if you can't be, all good. We're still always happy to share our reactions with you. And those singers are Harry Styles. It will be the first time we've reacted to him on the show, and I have a funny little anecdote with Harry when I met him. So we'll share that then. We also have Angelina Jordan, Joe Shen, Dimash, and Hua Chendu. Okay. And while I'm on the topic, next Wednesday, if you didn't hear the news already, Reaction Wednesday, Morissette. Oh, you're excited because it's at 9 a.m. It had nothing to do with Maury.
But that makes it better. Definitely makes it better. But yes.
You're far more concerned with the time than who's singing.
Oh my God. That hour is just going to be, that extra hour of sleeping will be glorious. I mean, this time is bad enough, but the other time was just, I mean, who does that? 8 in the morning? Who works at 8 in the morning, Richard? Who? In the right mind works at 8
I'm up at 5, my friend. I'm alert.
Well, I am not.
All right, so here we go. First up, Julianne San Jose sings Your Song on the Wish Bus. Let's check it out.
Okay.
Wish 1075.
Forever lay out in front of me. One smile, then I die, only to be revived by you. There I was, thought I had everything figured out. It goes to show just how much I know about the way life plays out. I take one step away and I find myself coming back to you. My one and only, one and only you. Now I know that I've known not a thing at all, except the fact that I am yours and that you are mine. I take one step away and I find myself coming back to you. My one and only, one and only. Oh, you told me that this wouldn't be easy. Oh, I'm not one to complain. I take one step.
I'm going into just a quick pause here, kind of go into that last chorus of the breakdown, which is kind of a traditional formula in a way, where you go verse, chorus, bridge, like a breakdown chorus, which is like the first half, or sometimes repeated, of like just a mellow,
Right.
almost I mean, this is an acoustic song in itself, but it's kind of like a mellow version, acoustic setting, and then the drums or whatever might kick in the second half. So the structure is very traditional, kind of very pop with it. Now, the song so far, maybe she does something at the end, but it's not really asking for anything huge, right? So she's serving the song and what its purpose is. Now, we've already been teased with what she can do in terms of like the belting powerhouse vocals and everything.
Yeah.
So she's just relaxed here and serving the song. We've pointed this out with other singers, and I like that she's doing this. She doesn't feel she has to like go up a fifth and hold some ridiculous note out just for the sake of doing it. She's telling the story of the song. So I totally respect that. Of course, we like the wow factor. It's a reaction channel. We're like, wow, big note. It's like, we're suckers for that, right? And I think you guys are too, right? That's what makes it fun. But serving the song as an artist is the most important thing to do. And she's just telling a story. There's like just something in her eyes, the little vocal fries, the quick little runs, these little signature moments that she's putting in there that feels like it's her. I don't know if this is her song. Did she write this? Is this written for her? Was this written by Peebo Bryson and we don't know it?
Probably some well-known. Yeah, no, there's definitely a gentle restraint to this particular performance, but you can hear just, at any moment she could unleash the beast, and it's there. You can hear the power is just always lurking there someplace. What I find interesting with her, and this might be off to some of you, I feel like she's one of the first Filipino artists that we've heard that I feel like could be really good on country music. Like, I feel like she would have a great country voice.
That first verse reminded me of that. Yes.
Yeah.
I did hear that.
Like, maybe it's the song that's kind of like
has like that pop country crossover.
Whatever the melody is. But that chord progression and that sort of, that's sort of a kind of a country-esque melody to it. But there's a sweetness in her tone that I feel like she would be great on that stuff.
I agree. Well, it's not just a sweetness. There's also there's a timbre that kind of cuts through a little bit that I think you might hear in like a Carrie Underwood or even going, a little older.
Leanne Rimes or something.
Leanne Rimes or, Faith Hill. Some of those elements I can hear kind of cut through a little bit.
She doesn't have the twang that those guys do, but there's something about the tone, yeah.
I totally agree. I can hear that as well. So you guys are saying original is from... let's see if I can say this right. Edgar. Mr. or Mrs. Edgar. I'm going with the last name. It's Parokya ni Edgar. That's my best guess. So it is. Oh. It's an original Filipino music. So it's OPM. Okay, cool. It's from a band. Okay. All right, excellent. Do they have kind of an acoustic folk country influence like the original? I'm just curious. All right, let's keep going with this while you answer those questions. Thank you.
Yes.
I take one step away and I find myself coming back to you.
Yeah, a little bit. Nice. No, it's a sweet song. It's not a show-off piece, but it's a well-crafted song. Lyrics were great. The way it flowed and everything. And yeah, her tone definitely has just a little bit of that, again, not a twang, but like a tone there. But I don't remember her doing that in what we heard last week. So she may be kind of adopting the original version.
Yeah.
With a little bit.
Right.
All right, let me go just a little. I'm gonna go just a little off the rails here.
Oh, you rebel!
I am a rebel. Let's hear the chorus from the original. Let's do that.
Richard the Rebellious.
All right, so your song. Let's see if you can find it. All right, here's the original. I'm just gonna jump in here.
Okay.
Maybe.
It took one look.
Oh, way different.
Then forever lay out in front.
It's even more folky.
One smile, then I died.
It's got like
only to be revived by you. There I was, thought I had everything figured out. Goes to show just how much I know about the way life plays out. I take one step.
All right, so she really carved out her own version of this, made it a little bit more pop R&B. So she kind of reinterpreted the music in a way that suits her voice even more. So which is really smart.
Yeah, it almost has that version almost has like a slight Latin vibe to it. Slight.
Did the poll go up? Bridget, are you there? For some reason, I'm not seeing that in my view, but I'm not looking through the YouTube chat. I'm looking through. It's there.
Oh, jeez.
Ouch.
Does this sound good?
Jonathan Cummings Jr. What was that?
Yeah, that's
Well, I gotta pop. I'm just popping out the chat in the original, see if it's there. Huh. Why don't I see it? Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. Yeah, the poll's up. So I actually don't see it in my view of the chat. So I'm going to jump to the YouTube's view so I don't miss that.
Okie
Let me
dokie.
close that out. Thank you, Bridget. Thank you, everyone, for letting me know. All right, so we already have the second song. Fantastic. Okay, cool. All right, so let's move on to the next song, which I have to find. Oh, so Franz Rhythm. So this song has been, or this group was recommended to us a while ago. So I'm happy we're finally circling back here.
So right on par with what we usually do. Just 6 months delayed in everything we do.
Give or take.
Yeah.
And look at this. You're just hanging out. What was the band that we saw that was just hanging out on the porch jamming? Oh, I love that.
Oh, God. Yeah, with the kid drummer, like the boy that was the drummer,
he was a
killing
beast.
It. And then
Yes.
the girl bass player, the young girl. Yeah.
Please remind us of who that was. So this kind of reminds me right away of that. It's just like there's something wholesome about this setting immediately. It's just that, I mean, you grew up with this. It's like your whole family was just, you know.
Yeah, I grew up with my family, and this is, my teenage years, getting together with friends, and just in the most humble of circumstances. This is what it's all about. This is when you're discovering, what you love to do.
And I'm glad that I was able to experience that through you, because at my house, that was not the case. My dad was outside working. My mom was listening to Elvis, and my sister was ignoring me. Didn't really have a cohesive musical experience.
Not so much.
But I love them. Mission Soul. Thank you, Mission Souls. That was the band. So this is ABBA.
Chiquitita, tell me what's wrong. You're enchained by your own sorrow. In your eyes,
Nice.
there is no hope for tomorrow. How I hate to see you like this. There is no way you can deny it. I can see that you're all so sad, so quiet. Chiquitita, tell me the truth. I'm a shoulder you can cry on. Your best son, I'm the one you must rely on.
Oh, fantastic harmonies.
You were always sure of yourself. Now I see you broken a feather. I hope we can patch it up together.
What is it about family harmonies? Like, there's something so special about siblings, or obviously mom and dad
BGs,
too.
the Jacksons. Yeah.
There's
There's a shared tone that DNA is powerful. And that just
Well,
matches. I mean, you can have
and the nurturing, right? So they have the DNA plus that nurtured music collective, because they're living in the same
that's
house.
true
So,
too. Yeah.
so both of them are just that combination, I think, just brings them together in such a way. They're really subtle moments that I doubt that they talked about. Like, hey, I'm going to crescendo going into this first note of the second line in the second verse. They're just listening to each other, and it seems very responsive and not planned out, but incredibly cohesive.
Yeah, that was kind of like the Everly Brothers. You ever seen them live? I mean, you know all their songs, I'm sure, but
How old do you think I am?
how old do you think I am?
No, I've never seen them live.
Okay. There's this thing called YouTube. You should check it out. So they have all these performances, videos, as
With
far as
sound?
the eye can see, with sound. Yes. Yes. You should really dig into YouTube. It's pretty cool. It's this new thing. No, but that was the thing that people notice about them is just they're so in tune. It's like it's like this subliminal connection that's happening all the time, and they would without planning it, they would just crescendo together. They would come in like exactly at the right moment, and just so
Awesome.
it's really cool.
Yeah, so
And
to
that's sort of
be
what happened here. Yeah.
to be this young and have like that pentatonics level of feeding off each other. Obviously, they're younger, and the pentatonics, just as an example, in terms of they've got more developed skills. They're older. They've been doing it for longer, right? Independently, their individual skills may have been improved over time, but that interplay that they have, you can hear just already at these. I don't know how old these girls are, but they're obviously young.
I would say 12, 13 maybe. If
Maybe.
that. I don't know.
Or 27. We're terrible at this.
I think, yeah.
Fill us in.
I think they might be a little younger than that, but who knows? No, but yeah, it's just simple but beautiful. I love this.
All right, let's keep going.
Chiquitita, you and I
Third
know
part.
how the heart is coming, they go, and the scars they're leaving. You'll be dancing once again, and the pain will end. You will have no time for grieving. Chiquitita, you and I cry, but the sun is still in the sky and shining above you. Let me hear you sing once more, like you did before. Sing a new song, Chiquitita. Try once more, like you did before. Sing a new song, Chiquitita. So the walls came tumbling down, and your love's a blown out candle.
Little.
Gone, and it seems too hard to handle. Chiquitita, tell me the truth. There is no way you can deny it. I see that you're oh so sad, so quiet. Chiquitita, you and I know how the heart is coming, they go, and the scars again, and the pain will end. You will have no time for grieving. Chiquitita, you will not cry, but the sun is still in the sky and shining above you. Let me hear you sing once more, like you did before. Sing a new song, Chiquitita. Try once.
The lead singer, the one in the center here, I feel like she's a percussionist too. I mean, it's common when you're singing. Sometimes you tap the beat or whatever on your hand, like that's common. But even her leg movement almost looks like she every once in a while it's just like she's tapping on the hi hat kind of thing. So I have a feeling she does more than just sing. And I'm curious if the father. The other thing I want to say is the father. Did he teach the kids? Are they like self-taught? Obviously, he plays guitar and sings. I don't know if obviously it's cultivated at home. I don't know if he's like a teacher in his own right. If you guys have any backstory of the group, if there's anything to share, I'm just interested because I mean, this is just above normal. I mean, it's just average, if you will, in terms of nurtured skill sets as a family. They just sound fantastic.
Oh yes, I just love the younger generation. Wherever you are, I love younger generation playing the classics, and that seems to be, because obviously they could be playing every Taylor Swift song there is, which is fine. But it's like I love the old school stuff. You know that. And what was I going to say? I don't remember.
I don't know. I was reading the chat. You can say anything you want. I wasn't listening.
Okay. I was like, I'm boring, Richard. Okay.
No. I'm so sorry. I can't read and hear someone talk at the same time. Like my brain shuts down. It's one or the other. It goes over really well with the family.
I was going to say I get that complaint often with my significant other. Yes.
Pick me or the book. So you guys saying she does play drums and keyboards too. Okay, that's awesome. And there's another comment I just saw. What was it?
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, but especially in the Philippines, I feel like this
is normal there, more common. Right?
Yeah, because they like some of the older, in my head, the classic songs, golden eras. So they're raised with that stuff. It's just, it's just in the blood.
So good. All right, but you got some more here too. Let's keep going.
Try once more, like you did before. Sing a new song, Chiquitita. Try once more, like you did before. Sing a new song, Chiquitita.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
We are happy to.
Acoustic trial.
Alright, this is where me and Sampo. Kind of like behind the scenes. This is great. Alright, so we're going to come back. We're going to come back to them. I'm very excited. And yes, my family does do this. You guys are asking, Cleo asking if I do this with my daughter. Yes, with my stepdaughter and with my daughter Aurora, which you guys have all met before, or maybe you haven't, but in the past she's been on the show. I would play drums and she would sing, and my wife has an incredible singing voice, pitch perfect harmony on the spot kind of thing. So it's like, yeah, so they get that from their mama as well. But obviously I encourage singing all the way around. I might even have a clip of like 4-year-old Aurora singing and me playing drums.
Oh, yes.
I know Johnny loves 4-year-old Aurora. She loves Aurora now, but as a child, when there's no boundaries,
the non-filter Aurora is my favorite Aurora for sure.
Which she will, she's 10 now, so as she ages, that will reemerge again. The whole self-conscious thing that takes place as we enter
I love
our
all
preteens.
all phases of Aurora. I love, but yeah, the video is particularly entertaining.
Completely unfiltered. I might have that on my phone, but let's keep going, and maybe I can bring that up at the end here. All right. What a cool band. Thank you guys for recommending that. We're moving on to Rachel and Go. All right, and this is Burn. So this is her singing West End from the musical Hamilton. So I'm excited for this. Let's do it. Oh, thank you, Chris, so much for the coffee and also the super chats that came in. We greatly appreciate that.
And also, I forgot to thank Latte Lover. I think she's still on here from yesterday as well. I forgot to thank you.
Oh, from yesterday's live. Yeah.
Shame on me. Yes.
Shame.
Shame. See you, Francesca.
Bye.
I saved every letter you wrote me. From the moment I read them, I knew you were mine. You said you were mine. I thought you were mine. Do you know what Angelica said when we saw your first letter arrive? She said, "Be careful with that one, love. You will do what it takes to survive." You and your words flattered my senses. Your sentences left me defenseless. You built me palaces out of paragraphs. You built cathedrals. I'm reading the letters you wrote me. I'm searching and scanning for answers in every line. Some kind of sign when you were mine. But see, you published the letter she wrote you. You told the whole world how you brought this girl into our bed. And clearing your name, you have ruined our lives. Do you know what Angelica said when she read what you've done? She said, "You have married an Icarus. He has flown too close to the sun. You and your words obsessed with your legacy. Your sentences border on senseless, and you are paranoid in every paragraph. I'll never see you. I'm erasing myself from the narrative. Let future historians wonder how Liza reacted when you broke her heart. You have torn it all apart. I'm watching it. I'm watching it. The world has no right to my heart. The world has no place in our bed. They don't get to know what I said. I'm burning the memories, burning the letters that might have redeemed you. You're forbidden right to my heart. You're forbidden the place in our bed. You sleep in your office instead. With the reek of memories of when you were mine. I hope that you
There's something about the musical theater vibrato that's just there's something different about it. It's just like infused, you know, and it's so powerful. And just her tone is just, it's so
It's
powerful.
cultivated differently.
I don't know it's a huge tone. It's like it just fills up the whole
Yeah,
stage.
it stems from the singer's Vermont. I've talked about this on the show before. It's like the fourth overtone. You've got the fundamental, so the folds are vibrating at the pitch, right? So when she's singing that note, the folds are vibrating at exactly 220 times per second for that pitch. But then you've got that note, but then you've got these other harmonics on top of it that complicate the fundamental, but that's also what makes it like a signature sound, like your voice versus mine versus hers versus whoever, even if we're singing the same note at the same volume. In the fourth overtone, when that's enhanced, when that's highlighted, it makes it easier to hear over an orchestra. And that's like kind of a technique that was developed,
What you needed to do back in the day.
which you needed to do 500 years ago, right? The rise of opera, when the opera houses were being built and everything, as more people came to them. So some of that is rooted in that technique that has carried over even to a mic'd performance like this. I mean, this is technically a hip hop musical, but this particular song is not. A little more traditional in terms of just how it's structured. But that warmness, that musical theater fourth overtone quality that's there in her voice, that we hear in Leia, that we hear in Maury, that's just it always gets to me. And yes, that vibrato is just a little bigger than the traditional or at least modern pop sound. That just just more of a pulse feeling to it. It's just like you can feel it in your chest just listening to it. And her delivery is just awesome. The tensions she carries, like she'll even alter words. Like here's a good instance right here. That just what you've done. It's not what you've done. It's what you've done. It's just the jaw. It's just a little tension there that just like traps the sound from escaping. But it's still clear as to what the word is. There's a balance between maintaining articulation and keeping a tone that just feels connected to the lyrics. And she's fantastic.
She's totally connected. I love this song too. The first time I actually heard it, because I was a little late to Hamilton. Surprise, surprise. No, when I first heard it during one of the first, so we used to have these vocal retreats, which ended because of the pandemic. They were great. So we'd just have a whole group of singers get together from all ages, and we would learn about the voice and then do performance. And one of the songs that was performed was this song, and that was the first time I heard it. And I was like, this song is awesome. And there's a songwriting device in it that I think is really clever and that I'd like to utilize if I can. And that's taking a word, in this case it's burn, and having different meanings for it. So at different parts of the song, burn means something different. Burns, as she's burning the letter. Burn, the relationship burning, and then at the end she's like, I hope you burn. It's like pretty scathing song. It's powerful. But I just love that. Like by the end, it's like you have this expectation. It's like, okay, you don't know what's happening with that word at the end, and then when she reveals it at the end, it's just such a powerful songwriting device.
Brilliant. And Bada Bing. I like your name, Bada Bing. You're asking 500 years ago. I'm exaggerating. It's actually closer to 400 years ago. I think the first opera house it's like 1630s or something like that was built, but it was still like the opera's being developed leading up to that over several years. So about 400 years ago. It's more of an accurate statement. But it was just cultivated like since then, and a lot of the bel canto and Alexandro techniques were developed around that. Okay.
Alexander technique? What's it called?
Is that
what you said?
Yes.
Oh, okay. you pronounced it correctly. I couldn't hear you. No, but somebody was telling me about that. So that's.
I'm typing in Alexander. I said it right. Right? Yeah.
He's so traumatized by mispronouncing things. Like
I know.
Not even attacking you, Richard.
What's my daughter's name again? How do you say it?
No, but a friend of mine actually just did that, and he's a drummer, and he said it really helped him with his back pain. It's just like little modulations to the way he just his
posture positions.
Posture. Yeah. Right.
And they
he
were
said the guy that
Go
the
ahead, sorry.
guy that originally came up with it, Mr. Alexander, lost his voice. He was a theater singer and he lost his voice, and he came up with this technique and he got it back. So
Right. And there's obviously other things at play, and it's I have my own technique and my own thoughts on that style, but its functionality, its purpose for the stage, particularly for being an unmiked scenario, has a lot of values that you can derive from and apply to a lot of different styles. Okay, so we are back to Miss Julie Ann, and the song that won is "I'll Never Love Again." Well, that just sounds depressing, but we're gonna listen because I like
not as depressing as "Burn,"
Oh,
but
dude, that's like intense.
that seems a little more finalized.
Oh my goodness! All right, so this is "I'll Never Love Again." This was 3 years ago, and Danny Tan. We're at Danny Tan, the composer. I don't know if you have any part in this particular song. You just re-uploaded it, but thank you for making it positive. Oh no, the concept, Danny Tan. Stage director, Louis Nico, producer, performer. All right, so he was one of the keyboardists on the site that we're on, Danny Tan. Okay, cool. All right, let's go.
Wish I could.
Oh wow. Yeah.
I could have said goodbye. I would have said what I wanted to. Maybe even cried for you. If I knew it would be the last time, I would have broke my heart in two, trying to save a part of you. Don't wanna feel another touch. Don't wanna start another fire. Don't wanna know another kiss. No other name falling off my lips. Don't wanna give my heart away to another stranger. Oh, let another day begin. Won't even let the sunlight in. No, I'll never love again.
Nice.
I'll never love again. When we first met,
Yeah, this is
never
Stars
thought
Born.
that I would fall.
Yeah, it's Lady Gaga saying this, right?
Yeah.
That I'd find myself lying in your arms. Ooh, and I want to pretend that it's not true. Oh, baby, that you're gone. And my world keeps turning and turning and turning. I'm not moving on. Don't wanna feel another touch. Don't wanna start another fire.
Yeah.
Don't wanna know another kiss. No other name falling off my lips. Don't wanna give my heart away to another stranger. Oh, let another day begin. Won't even let the sunlight in. No, I'll never love.
There we go.
I don't wanna know this feeling unless it's you and me. I don't wanna waste a moment. I don't wanna give somebody else a better part of me. I would rather wait for you
I'm always a fan of when a singer can. I'm going to back it up a little bit. Go from this bridge has this fight, this rich tone, but still intense. She's got all the attack is there, but then when she goes into her head voice, she's still very present. I know it's like, for me, speaking for myself, very often when I go into head voice, it's easy for me to go into just more of a generic, like the Mickey Mouse sounds like this. And no one wants to hear Richard sing like this.
Yes, I do.
I'm sad, singing a sad song. Like, no one's going to buy it, right? So I have to add vibrato. I have to make it breathy. I have to do things to just like kind of enhance it a little bit, right? Speaking for myself. So to carry that tone that she has in the chest voice when the folds are thick and then into the folds thin into that delicate place, but still has the overtones are still very present. That just connects it fluidly throughout. It does not sound like Minnie Mouse by any stretch of the imagination.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
something about this performance. Let me rephrase it. Something about the mix I don't think is doing the performance justice. Like it's lacking like an energy. And I don't know if like the band is like kind of mixed low or something. It's lacking that umph.
I feel like the dynamics of the strings and the percussion could build a little bit. But I mean, she's sitting on top, but maybe not as supported as she could be. I heard the same thing.
I think being in the room, it probably has a different impact. I also think she, definitely want to hear more performances from her, but I feel like she could let go, just let it go, just like rip it. Like she's got that in her.
Oh yeah, and we heard that in. Last time we heard her sing, too, more than what we're hearing today in just these particular song choices. Not that the song is done by any means, but let's keep seeing where it's going here.
Mickey Mouse bought a coffee.
Thanks, Mickey!
I mean, it's beautiful tone.
Yeah, she's so vulnerable there too. There it is. That's that. Down.
I wish I could, but I just won't. I'll never love again.
Great vibrato. I like how she stayed connected through all of that too.
Yeah.
Well done, Julianne.
Great tone. I do like her voice. I want to hear more. I feel like what I was hearing, I think, was primarily mixed with the band, but also, I think if she was at an 8.5, like just energy level, I think she could just give it that much more, and it would, because there was moments of that when it was like, oh yeah, there it is. And maybe that was intentional as well. Maybe she was purposely kind of holding back a little bit, but I mean, she's got the goods for sure.
Absolutely. All right, so moving forward, we have Island in the Stream. I know you know this song. Bee Gees.
Also, Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton.
Oh, yes. Wait, but Bee Gees wrote it, though, right?
Bee Gees wrote it, yes.
And then Kenny and Dolly made the a famous duet of it.
I think their version is the more famous one. But those Bee Gees, they could write a song, I tell you. And they used to just, apparently, because I watched that documentary, they used to just go into the studio with nothing, and they used to write their songs in the studio from scratch, which I think is
Really?
very expensive. but it obviously works.
It's a good way to put it. Oh my goodness! All right, here we go. Oh, there's another member. So there's someone on drums. So we got Dad on the right. I think and this is someone else on drums, or is it? I don't know. Let me hit play.
Okay.
I'm guessing before I'm hearing. I'm not helping myself here. All right, so he has
Thank
3
you.
daughters.
Yes.
Ah!
Oh.
Hit reload. I don't know why it's stuttering.
Yeah. Okay. That's your end.
Yeah.
Not my end. It's always my.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know,
John
so
Reeves is here.
Is he? Hey, John!
Yeah.
How are you, buddy? We have to talk to you soon because he went and saw 1OK Rock live in Tokyo. So that set list that we got, we need to confirm with him, and we'll have you back on the show. We got a few more 1OK Rocks to watch before we go check them out in Toronto. Wait, not Toronto. I'm not going to get in trouble from Joy. Toronto.
Toronto.
On October 18th. It'll be a lot of fun. All right, here we go. Dad taking lead.
That's not the brother?
No, that's Dad.
Oh. It's hard to see. Okay. Stop for a second. How much later is this performance?
Well,
Do you know
there's
the date of this performance compared to the other
This is 1 month ago. Versus.
Okay, so this is the most recent. I don't.
Yeah. Yeah. So no, he's gone back in time. He looks. He's in his early 20s now. He looks so young. But there's a third daughter here, or is it a friend of the family's? Does he have 3 daughters or 2?
Yeah. What happened to the boy playing guitar?
There
The
was
young
never.
man playing guitar.
What are you talking about?
There wasn't.
It was Dad and his 2 daughters singing the ABBA one.
That was the dad.
Yes.
Oh, he looked very young.
No.
That young man.
I'm like, what brother are you talking about?
Oh no.
Oh my
geez.
goodness.
I have to listen more when you set these things up.
And Julie said it is the dad, and their mom also sings, just not in this video. Of course she does. That's awesome. All right, cool.
Can we cut that out? The thing I just said. No, we can't live.
Oh, it's a boy playing drums.
It's no conversation, we're right together, making love with each other, islands in the stream, that is what we are, no one in between, how can we be wrong, sail away with me, to another world,
Nice.
we rely on each other, from one lover to another. I can live without you if the love was gone. Everything is nothing if you got no one. If you walk in the night, slowly losing sight of the real thing. That would happen to us if we got no
I didn't know their names, but the girl on the keyboard who sang the lead in the last one, I really like her tone. She's got a beautiful lead voice.
Yeah, I know the name of the one on the right. Dad. Yes. You know,
Dad,
speaks
son, and 2 daughters.
Okay, the Philippines, lots of talent, and the fountain of youth. They you know.
We always ask, what's in the water? It's the...
Yeah, I would like some of that water, okay? That's what I'm trying to say.
And such a laid-back, cool song. There's just something so... I said this before. It's just so wholesome to just see just a family band just going through just a catalog of different songs and just connecting on that way. I just think it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's got to be such a special thing.
To another world, we rely on that from one lover to another.
Nice.
That is what we are. No one in between. How can we be wrong? Sail away with me to another world, and we rely on each other. From one lover to another. Islands in the stream. That is what we are. No one in between. How can we be wrong? Sail away with me to another world, when we rely on each other. From one lover to another.
I love it.
Yeah, really cool. Yeah, very easy listening, just soothing to listen to. It's just nice.
I love their harmonies. The 3 of them up front sound so good. I'm wondering if the son has picked up the vocals yet as well. So this is just, he's obviously playing drums. I don't know if there's a voice there as well that might be adding into it. This is another band, when we visit the Philippines one day, that we just need to hang out with.
The list is getting pretty long, Richard. I don't know that...
Do you like how I just keep inviting myself into people's homes?
Yeah,
well, we're going to visit you and hang out with you in your practice room.
It's kind of a requirement that they have to want to hang out with us as well. But
I suppose that could be a factor in the conversation.
Casual Chuck seems to like us, so we got one. We definitely
we have one.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
I love Casual Chuck, by the way. He was so fun.
He was here yesterday. If you missed the show, we did an SB19, like kind of a history of kind of thing. And he was just super cool. And we're gonna have him back on the show at some point for sure.
I need some alone time in the Philippines. Yeah. Just like Budapest, I got too overstimulated. I needed a night just by myself in the hotel room. It was too much. I loved it.
One of the best moments in our travel adventure video is just before we went. That we were like in between things. We had like 5 minutes. I'm on the floor talking. When I turn over to face you, you just see you flat out on the bed. All you see is your feet. You're just like, he's out.
Yeah, my introverted nature. I need time to myself to recharge. It's just a necessity for me.
All right, here we go with Rachelle and Go and Arnel Pineda. Is it Pineda? How do you say his last name?
Pineda.
Pineda?
Yeah, something like that.
And so we already saw a couple of his songs. Of course, he took over for Journey. He's got a monster voice. So this is going to be cool and puts her in a different element from musical theater. The song is Help. Like Beatles Help? Like what song is
Help! I need somebody help.
Not just anybody. All right, let's go. Let's see what we got here.
Help! Need somebody help. not just anybody. Help, you know I need some help. Help.
I was just watching the last song that they released. They did that little 12-minute documentary that was like the original recording of John.
Now and then.
Now
Yeah,
and then.
Now and Then.
Yeah. What a great song. It was just like revisiting.
Did you like it?
I did. It was. My wife has it on her ringtone, and it's like, what? Like, I know that's John's voice, but I couldn't think of what the song was, right? So, and then she reminded me of what it was, and we watched the video again. It's not like a number one hit kind of thing, right? But it just it's just a feel good time capsule. I don't know. There's something nostalgic about it. Not maybe because it's his voice, and I don't know. There's something.
Yeah.
There's something special and ageless about that, and the fact that they're able to like pull that out of, separate his voice from the piano and rebuild it with George's guitar solo and everything, even after he passed, is just. I think it was great. No,
that aspect was definitely cool for sure.
You're saying without that aspect, the song doesn't do anything for you?
Not really. I thought actually the production to me was a little bit like disjointed from like the piano is really compressed, is like sort of modern sounding. Which,
sure.
I can see why they maybe chose to do that, but
I wasn't hung up on that. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go.
Not Pinetta. Stop, Chris.
Pinetta. I think that's how you're saying it. That's cool. It's up there. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please help me? I said now, I've been out of this situation now, and now my life has changed. And now so many ways, my independence seems to. Obviously improv here. So, obviously this is improv, as I was saying. Like, it wasn't, he knew he was there, and maybe they had a conversation for it, and hey, I'm going to bring you in, not something like that. But it's just, I can imagine being there and seeing this unfold organically would be pretty cool. Just seeing these two singers merge together with this one. It's not even in the original key, is it? He's making no choices that are going up.
Besides the words, everything is different from the
well, that's what I was trying.
Different, the chorus.
It's slower. It's this. It's like, is this the same song? I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
So
so they're doing like almost that progression. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. And I do. And he's like,
What would it sound like if it was like a sad version? How would you turn it into like a minor key?
Okay. Well, so the way that the melody is, the way that they're doing it, it's outlining the major scales. So it's in C. Help me if you can, I'm feel. That's what makes it major. So I'm going down to that E.
Right.
So start on G. G, F, E major. You know, E natural. Okay. So the way to make it minor is you take that C major chord, take the E down to an E flat. That makes it minor. Help me if you can. I'm feeling down.
That would be cool.
And I do appreciate you being around. Help me get my feet back on the ground. So everything's just,
Yeah.
well.
And
yeah,
you have to adapt the
it's
melody,
live.
obviously, to stay in there, in that space. But it is interesting how you could take, like, technically this is the original song, but like you said, that they changed the chords, they changed the key, they changed the melody, but because it's the words, it's still a Beatles song. Like it's really interesting, like what makes a song when you can technically go through and change like all these aspects to it.
Well, that's that gray area. When you start getting like lawsuits for songs like, oh, this is plagiarizing, this is a copyright infringement. You know, there's sometimes it gets a little bit vague of like what's it copying. You know, like yeah, if you're copying complete phrases, yes, but it's like, you know, like there was an Ed Sheeran song, and it was basically, I think he just copied. It was what's that? Like a Marvin Gaye song that he was.
I know of what you're talking about, but I don't remember what song it was.
Yeah, and it was basically because of the chord progression, and his argument was like, you know, it's like what chord you can't copyright chord progressions because there's only so many you can use. Like this song, for instance. I mean, that's just been used a million times, you know.
Right.
You know, wise men say da 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 da. You know,
exactly. All right, let's keep going here.
okay.
It's got such a cool tone.
Hindi ko naabutin yan. May 45 minutes pa ako. Baka ma-chambahan ako. Miss Rachelle, go!
What a tone. Yeah, but
Real quick.
Go ahead.
Just to reply to Art's. So let's get it on, Johnny. I'm flattered. I don't know you that well. I mean, I do. Well, I don't know. We'll talk. We'll talk later, Art.
What is happening?
The song is called "Let's Get It On." It's a joke.
Well, no, I get it. Going back to Rachel and Go,
Yes,
this tone right here is just like, she's not warmed up. She's just like this default range that she has access to just kind of belt is just so exquisite. That What is that? So she's starting C5, but it's got just this like effortless overtone. Are you paying attention to me now, or are you watching the chat?
No, I know that was the song. That was the Ed Sheeran song. Yes, I know. I couldn't resist.
Oh my goodness! All right, we're gonna move on.
No, I want to talk about Arnell real quick again. I mean,
yes, yeah.
I mean, they're both great. I mean, you talk about one of the hardest gigs to take over from somebody. I mean, those are such big shoes to fill. Not only from Steve Perry's vocal ability, but just how loved he was by Journey fans and by most of the world. And to be able to go in and to have those fans like embrace him as much as they have. I mean, that speaks such volumes to what he does. I mean, that's amazing. To be able to sing those songs night after night is such an undertaking, and it's like he does it so well that it's like people love him. That's I mean, it's like trying to replace Robert Plant in Led Zeppelin. It's just like it's such an iconic voice.
You have to be willing to just embrace a new journey with a new singer, because if you get hung up on the originals, like you can't replace a voice, because it's not just like taking a store-bought guitar or trumpet and then just someone else playing it, which obviously has its own factors, but I mean, it's just the brain, the body, the human element mixed in with the skill set is just irreplaceable in so many ways. So you really do have to like, okay, I'm going to take this path with the band and embrace that. And he just delivers in such a great way. Yeah, I never covered those songs live. I chose other routes.
Nobody can. It's there. I mean, it's a very small percentage of people that can do that.
So I am frantically looking for that clip we mentioned earlier of me and Aurora. You guys asked for. I think it's on. Pretty sure it's on Facebook. Here, see if I can find this. Dun, dun, dun. I have so many great clips of her singing. It's a matter of finding. There you go. Fill it in.
Right.
Sing. It was just a tease.
I just told you that a small percentage of the planet can sing Journey songs. I am not in that percentage.
I think you should attempt live in front of thousands of people. All right, I can't find it. I think. Oh wait, I just found it. All right, here, let me play it off my phone here. All right, so here's my family band, if you will. It's not really a family band; it's just me and Aurora. But let's see. I think this will do it.
Why haven't I written this song for Shirley Jones? Who says I haven't? No, I haven't yet. I should.
All right. So this is me playing drums and Aurora singing. Back 2018.
Rainbow Connection. Yeah. I love this video.
And that's how it's done. That's how families jam together.
That's how dads wear those pajama pants too.
You're welcome for that, by the way. Oh my goodness. All right, we have.
Sometimes we just get a little risque on this show, just a little risque.
Well, I think you mooned everybody last week. You got a nice little little half moon going.
I showed some hip. I showed some hip skin for sure.
Oh my goodness.
My midriff, if you will.
So we have another song that we're going to play. This is one of our extras, our bonus songs. This has been requested. A song called "I Will Always Love You," which you may or may not have heard before.
I'm familiar. Yeah.
Yeah. It's anyway. So this young lady Zendee, I believe is her name, is singing this in a mall. It's another mall performance. So it's like somebody walking by a karaoke machine and just killing it, apparently. So we're going to check that out.
By the way, another song that does that same progression as the Help version that they did.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's a way to tie it in. Also,
Thank you.
Before I hit play on this, I want to point out what's going to happen next week. We have another theme for next week. So the theme went so well last time. No, it is not Peebo Bryson. That has been requested, but perhaps in the future. Better than that, there is a name that comes up constantly on this channel. It is primarily known as a composer of many OPM, original Pinoy music, Ryan Kayabyab. I hope I'm saying that right. Francesca helped me with that earlier. So the theme is songs written exclusively from Ryan next week. So we need your help to find the songs to pick. They do not go in chat. Before you get excited and start typing, they go in the comments after the live stream. Ideally, you want to have at least a few new voices as well. I know he's been covered by Regine and Maury and Katrina and KZ and all the greats that we love on this channel, but we want to make sure we got some new faces too. So in the comments, please let us know who we should listen to and what songs he's done. So I thought that'd be like really cool. And if you're not a fan of his work, you're still going to want to participate, because you will see 90 minutes of me attempting to pronounce the titles of the songs. So that in and of itself is worth showing up.
That's why people show up in the first place, Richard.
That's
so
right.
Let's keep it going.
All right. For now, though, let's come back to Zendee. This is called A Random Girl Steps Up to Karaoke Machine and Floors Everyone. Zendee. Let's check it out.
Wow.
All right, a couple things. One, we shouldn't be shocked. Again, just another random girl, like in a Walmart
Somebody
scene.
said that's a typical mall day. Yeah,
I know. It's just like, it's a cheap-ish mic sound system, whatever, and she's just in on a phone. And this was 12 years ago. So think of what the phone technology was then too. Again, it's just all diminished. And of capturing her true sound, and she sounds amazing in this. Her pitch, her crescendos, the little melismo moments where she's jumping from note to note. But I have to say, I'm a little distracted in a loving way to the guy working in the background who keeps mopping the same spot over and over again because he wants to hear her sing. That would be me if that was my job. I'd be like, oh, yes.
Just the spot come out.
I love it. Look at this half-assed. Look at this half-assed moment. He's already mopped this twice. Watch. Coming out, quick. Oh yeah. Just clean that, and I'm gonna go back to the corner. I love it. Ah.
Wow.
Oh, he's cleaning again. Ah.
Wow.
Ah. The hardest parts of the song, like, as I've seen Whitney sing this, you know, in recorded performances, you know, sometimes in some rough moments in her life, and also in just like, you know, the best of versions in her life. And she's got amazing power and just set the bar in so many ways. It's just an incredible singer as a whole. We've talked about this. It's because of singers like her that has cultivated singers like this, because it sets such a bar that they were raised on mimicking and nurturing and exploring. And she's taking Whitney's highest, most iconic parts and just kind of like, well, I'm just going to go up a third, right? And just keeps the tone in such a playful way. It was just fantastic.
Well, I know Whitney had sort of a love-hate relationship with that song. Obviously, she loved the success that she got from it. I mean, that was just a massive, massive, massive song. But she also hated that she had to continually perform it. She's, you know, it's just such a difficult song to do. And this young lady, I'm not even going to guess her age because I'm not good at that, apparently. But I'm assuming on the younger end. I mean, what a big song to tackle at a young age. And I want to know what she's doing now.
Yeah, do you guys have any information on her currently? I mean, does she have a career? I mean, I think we've discovered what part of the problem of why some of these fantastic singers in the Philippines, like we haven't heard of, aren't wild success, is because there's only so many award shows and there's only so many #1 spots. You can't have 5 million Filipino singers all at #1, but yet they have the skill sets to do so. There's just the standard's so high, but it's such.
I'm afraid if we go to I'm afraid if we go to the Philippines, we're just going to come back just like completely demoralized. Just like, God.
I think
That's what
it'll
I
be
thought.
inspiring. But I will say, I have seen shows before where it's like you go there because you're excited to see them, and you get torn between the wow, it's the most amazing thing I've seen, and also what am I doing with my life? It's like you get pulled to those two opposite sensations at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh. So
Man.
she's on TikTok. Okay, that's cool. So we need to go find. She's now a comedian on TikTok. Does she sing
comedian.
along with it? That's pretty wild. I want to hear this one section here again. Oh,
It's a bit demoralized, Chris, yeah. I love her tone here.
that even those choices. She's great. If someone in the comments can send a link to where she's at on YouTube, or if you just or just the title of her channel name, or maybe I could just find it under Zendee, I'm sure. But
Oh, yeah, somebody said. I think I saw her name. It is Zendee.
I know her
Tenerife.
name. Oh, okay. I already know.
Oh.
Yeah, no, she's great. That's awesome. What a great video. You guys have sent us some other ones too that we're going to circle in. There's some other priests singing at weddings. There's one video I don't know if I can play. Of course, me bringing it up is lend itself to probably someone I have to play. No, but it's someone that's singing to his wife at a funeral. Like his wife passed, and he's singing to her. Like I don't know if I can like that's like I don't know. I mean, if you guys want that, let us know in the comments, not the chat. That's something we can, maybe do in the next couple of weeks. But that's like, I don't know if I can. Have you guys seen me cry enough? Is that really something you want?
I know.
That's heavy.
Yeah, that is heavy.
But that is it for today. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Next week, again, is our theme for Ryan Kayabyab. I'm second guessing it. Let us know what songs, what artists we should watch and which song. We're going to try to get to several singers and at least 6 or 7 of his songs next week. Should be a lot of fun. That is it for today. Thank you, everybody, for the coffee and the super thanks. Thank you to the Throw Only members for being here. We hope you have an amazing day, night, and weekend.